The Journey of Love, an Eternal Story. The night was calm, and the moonlight softly spread across the earth. A cool breeze rustled through the trees, and the sound of the waves crashing against the shore seemed to whisper untold stories. In this serene atmosphere, Zain sat on a bench, lost in deep thought. Zain was an ordinary young man, but his eyes held a world of dreams. He always longed for something beyond the ordinary, something special, something that could complete his heart. He believed in love, but until now, no one had entered his life to turn that belief into reality. Lost in his thoughts, he gazed out at the beach. Suddenly, his eyes fell upon a girl standing a little distance away. Her long, dark hair flowed gently in the breeze. Her eyes held an unfathomable depth, and her lips carried a melancholic smile. As she moved, the wind played with her hair, making time feel as if it had momentarily stopped. Zain's feet, as if guided by an invisible force, started moving towards her. He hesitated for a moment, but then gathered the courage to step forward. "Excuse me, do you come here often?" Zain asked with a gentle smile. The girl looked at him in surprise, as if she had been lost in her own thoughts and had suddenly been pulled back to reality. "Yes, sometimes," she replied briefly, and then turned her gaze back to the sea. Zain sensed a certain sadness in her voice. "I'm Zain, and you?" The girl remained silent for a moment before replying, "My name is Roshani." Roshani, the name settled into Zain's heart like a soft melody. "If you don't mind, may I say something?" Zain asked cautiously. "Yes?" Roshani looked at him curiously. "You seem really sad. Sometimes it's easier to share your thoughts with a stranger because they don't judge you." Roshani took a deep breath before softly saying, "There are wounds in life that may heal over time, but their scars remain forever." Zain listened silently, sensing that there was a story behind her words, a pain that could not be easily expressed. In the days that followed, Zain and Roshani started meeting more often. They began understanding each other better. Whenever Roshani laughed, Zain felt like it was the most beautiful sound in the world. There was something about Zain's words that drew Roshani closer to him, slowly dissolving the walls she had built around her heart. One day, Roshani confided in Zain about her past, the hardships she had endured, and how she had lost faith in love. Zain looked into her eyes and said, "Love is not about the past. It is about the truth of the heart. What is pure has the power to heal all wounds." That was the moment when Roshani realized that perhaps Zain had truly entered her life as a light in her darkness. But love is never easy. One day, Roshani suddenly stopped meeting Zain. Her phone was switched off and she didn't respond to any messages. Zain was restless. His world felt like it had come to a halt. Weeks later, he found out that Roshani had left for another city, without a word, without leaving a trace. But Zain made a decision. He would wait for her because true love never gives up. Months passed. One night, at the same beach, on the same bench, under the same moonlit sky, Zain sat in silence. Then a familiar voice broke the quiet. "Are you still waiting for me?" Zain turned around, startled. There she was, Roshani, standing before him, her eyes glistening with unshed tears, her face holding that same soft, melancholic smile. "Leaving you wasn't easy," Roshani whispered, "but I needed time to understand my own feelings." Zain smiled and said, "And what did you realize?" "Love isn't bound by time. It is the light that erases all darkness." Tears welled up in Roshani's eyes, but this time, they weren't of sorrow. They were of happiness. Zain gently took her hand in his, and that night, the waves of the ocean wrote their love story in the sands of time, a story that would live on forever.
On this channel, we upload stories and short summaries of books. If you like our videos, subscribe and share. Let us know which book you'd like us to summarize next.